everybody, welcome to All About Piggies. I'm Jen and this is Tom, and he's one of our sweet male guinea pigs. We have 2 male guinea pigs, 3 females. So if you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. We like to do lots of videos about our guinea pigs, right, Tom? So I got asked to do a video about advice for new guinea pig owners. So one thing to remember is most piggies do best in a herd. So a herd, I mean, for males, normally they do best with another male. So like we have Tom and Jerry, so 2 males. But where girls, you can have many females, of course, as long as they're getting along and they're not picking on each other or bullying each other. Say you get one guinea pig and then you adopt another one or something like that. Make sure you're introducing them in a area where, not in their cage, in a non territorial area where the other guinea pig's not used to. So like maybe you set up a playpen for them and introduce them there or something like that. So I always tell people, for me, how I really bond with my guinea pigs is after the first week, I kind of see what veggies they really like most of their treats. Like for my male guinea pigs, it's pea flakes. Pea flakes are their favorite treat. For my female guinea pigs, barley biscuits by Oxbow are their favorite. So those were the treats I would offer my guinea pigs. For instance, with my boys, I offered them pea flakes because when I was holding them and handling them, they're going to be scared, of course, when you first pick them up, but they will eventually get used to it and they'll come up to you willingly. I always tell people too, and please keep in mind I'm not a vet or a vet tech or anything like that, it's always important to have emergency supplies on hand. So I will be doing an emergency supply video, but for instance, emergency supplies like vitamin C, extra pellets, extra hay even. I consider those emergency because for some reason if we're put in quarantine, for instance right now, if we were to be put in quarantine, I would have enough hay on hand to last me like a month about, so even more. But so I always keep extra hay and pellets, but I'm also talking about like appetite increasers. There's a ton of stuff you can get. There's stuff I have in my freezer that makes it like last longer. So Tom's not the best one to do the video with. He doesn't sit the stillest. Do you, Tom? He says rude. So anyways,
He doesn't like to star.
He doesn't like to be a superstar. So I always tell people you should also have an emergency money amount set aside because guinea pigs, they are exotic animals. It's not like you can take them just to any old vet. You want to take them to an exotic vet. And a big thing with my guinea pigs is I'm watching what they're eating every day. If for some reason they are not eating the normal amount of hay they eat, I would definitely increase their vitamin C and get them into the vet immediately. Or their vegetables, if they're not eating their vegetables, I would definitely be calling my vet and increasing their vitamin C. Now I use Child Life liquid vitamin C. I have like always 3 bottles on hand. My boys get it every day because they don't like to eat their peppers. They've been stubborn about it lately. My girls, they get vitamin C once in a while. For some reason, they're sick. If you go back a while on my channel, you'll see a video about where we had a scare with Brownie. She actually swallowed the vitamin C drops wrong, and we thought she was getting an upper respiratory infection, and we ended up rushing her to the vet and all that, but she was okay. She didn't have any problems. So but yeah, you can see I believe I've done an emergency supply haul, so I'll try to link that in the description for you as well. My next biggest thing is make sure you're feeding fresh vegetables every day. Peppers should be fed every day. Your guinea pigs should be getting, now of course not when they're babies, they're not going to eat a cup of veggies every day, but adult guineas should be getting a cup of fresh vegetables every day. There's a ton of charts out there. There's even like a guinea pig app you can put on your phone so you can watch, what can I feed. For instance, I've been doing meal ideas, but we feed romaine a cup no more than 3 times a week, just because romaine is high in calcium and it can cause bladder stones. So for instance, our guinea pigs are also on a urinary support tablet just so they don't develop bladder stones or anything like that. So I always tell people, remember, when your guinea pig comes home, they're going to be scared. They're not used to you. They're not used to hearing your voice. They're not used to hearing it being, unless you're getting them directly from a breeder or you're adopting, they're not necessarily used to being handled every day. And it takes time, and it takes them to earn your trust. Once they earn your trust, though, you will be their best friend literally forever. And they will start winking and talking. And if I rub Tom here under his chin, if he'll let me, he'll start talking like crazy. It's his favorite spot. And I think a lot of people don't realize this when they're getting a guinea pig, but like right now I'm holding my guinea pig, obviously. I'm holding Tom. He may pee or poop on me. That's why I have a blanket, and because I want to be prepared. I'm not going to yell at him, obviously, if he were to pee or poop on me. They have little bladders. They're little tiny animals. I mean, look at him. You know what I mean? So, but it's all about building their trust, getting to know them. Now, I use fleece in my cage, but some people use bath mats. Some people use bedding. I mean, there's so much stuff you could go over. You literally couldn't touch it all in one video. But my biggest advice is, once you get one guinea pig, you're always going to want more. Right, Mom?
That's right.
That's right. They're just amazing animals. I mean, what can I say? And you're going to start getting massive supplies for them. Like, I always have extra houses on hand. And Annie, my dog wants to eat the treats because she's like that. I always have extra houses on hand for them and extra hay hideys and all kinds of stuff. And so, you know, they're the sweetest animals. I get kisses from my piggies all the time. I think so many people are scared when they get a piggy. Oh my goodness, they're going to bite. We have only been bit one time. Mm-hmm. And that was because Brownie thought my mom had food and got her finger. They're very calm animals, and they're, obviously if you're treating them properly, they're not going to, unless you got like a guinea pig that has had abuse possibly in the past, they're not going to just bite you for no reason. You know what I mean? So Tom's like, I'm going to go explore my house. And my guinea pigs, they're used to my dogs. They've always been around my dogs since the day I brought them in. I know this is like a no-no, and you can harp on me all you want. With my guinea pigs, I hold them the first day, and I introduce them to my dogs just because they're going to be hearing my dogs bark, and they're going to hear my dogs, they're going to be around my dogs. You know what I mean? Obviously, their cage isn't where my dogs are, but they're going to be where they're out with me getting cuddles. They're going to be around my dogs. So, but now my girls, they'll come right up to me to get picked up. My boys still, I've had now about 8 months, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. And they still run around like crazy animals. But I will say part of that is too because, one second, I apologize. I had a puppy that was upset. A puppy got disciplined by one of my dogs. So don't worry, she is okay. But Tom, she doesn't think so, but she's very dramatic. So are you checking out the camera and saying hi? Okay, up. You going up on my hand? Tom knows a couple tricks. Up is one of them, and he wants a pea flake, so this is why he's doing that, but I'm out of pea flakes. Who's going to break the news to him? Anybody? Any volunteers?
Not me.
He says, but I did up. He's mad I don't have pea flakes. I'm sorry, Bubba's. Another thing is also, if you're getting like a skinny pig, make sure you get educated on them properly, because I know some need heating pads even. I'm not familiar with skinny pigs. They're not for me. They're not personally, I'm not in love with the way they look, but I know they're sweet. But I prefer the longer hair and the Abby guinea pigs like Tom is. He's an Abby, but Tom wants food, And so, he thinks he's gonna give me 8 million kisses to get it. I don't have any pea flakes. So, do you have any advice for a new guinea pig owner, Mom?
Not at this time.
Not at this time, she doesn't. She's getting really involved. But no, there's just so much you can learn watching YouTube. Make sure you've got the supplies you need. Timothy hay. If you're getting a baby, though, you remember you need to feed alfalfa hay and young guinea pig pellets. Or if you're getting adult Timothy hay and adult pellets. And under a year is considered young pellets and alfalfa. I actually was talking to a lady, I think it was at PetSmart the other day, or it was Petco. And she had a guinea pig, and she was telling me he was a year and a half. And we were talking just because she had some questions for me, which I'm always willing to educate. I'm sorry, Tom's laying on my chest, by the way. I'm not going to show more up there. Can you go down so they can see you on video? But anyways, she was buying alfalfa, and I was just concerned because if your guinea pig's over a year, you really shouldn't be feeding them alfalfa. It's really highly poisonous for them, actually. Like, I know it can do a lot of damage and all of that. And so, I'm always willing to educate and try and help educate, just because I care so much about guinea pigs, and I love them, and they're amazing animals to have, and they're passionate animals. I actually call my guinea pigs my therapist. It's true. You could ask my mom. I do.
He does.
I call my therapist. We get out and we have long conversations about my day, and they love it because they just talk right back to me, just like Tom is. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's a talker, and he's talking because I'm petting him under his chin, but he loves to be petted under his chin. So yeah, they're just a fun, amazing animal to have. But they do definitely take a lot of care, and I mean, I'm in my guinea pig room probably like at least 10 times a day, but I know I was gonna say right before my dog started screaming, that the reason my boys aren't so bonded with me is because my mom had hiatal hernia surgery, and she wasn't able to lift anything over 5 pounds for a long time. And so I kind of had her because I was taking more care of my dogs. I had her taking care of the guinea pigs, and so I just wasn't holding them as much and cuddling them. I don't know if you can hear my dog next to me snoring, but that's a dog snoring, I promise. I just wasn't picking them up as much. I was busy. There was so much going on. I honestly, it was just nonstop trying to take care of my mom, and she was having issues. She had a lot of issues with her surgery, unfortunately. She's okay now, but so I kind of just had my mom handling it, and so, you know, as a guinea pig mom, I'd kind of say I failed my guineas a little bit, but that's why my boys aren't as bonded as my girls. So, but they're getting better every day, and so that was probably for about 4 months that she was the main provider for them. She'd hay them and water them and pellet them and all of that. So
Where she couldn't do it with the dogs.
Where she couldn't do that with the dogs, because lifting a bucket of water, for instance, for like their automatic water, or lifting up food. I mean, she could lift up food in small amounts, but a 33-pound bag of dog food she couldn't lift. So we kind of just switched responsibilities. I take care of my dogs, don't get me wrong, but
we both do.
Yes, and just
we
like
both feed the guineas whenever. Yep. We just want to make sure only one of them they only get fed once a day.
So, and now you can feed your guineas twice a day, just as long as, they should always have fresh Timothy hay or fresh alfalfa hay available. Now you can feed and you only want to give them so many pellets a day, and all that information is on the back of the bag. Like, adult guinea should only have 1/8 of a cup of pellets a day. Now, my vet tells me to open feed my pellets just because they don't eat that much, and he says that it's actually better for them to have the option. So that's my exotic vet. So in case you don't know, my uncle is actually a veterinarian. He does a lot of things with exotic animals, and so he is my veterinarian, and he's my advice giver on all things for my guinea pigs. So, but get a vet, see your vet. You know, that will help them catch bladder stones and all that stuff. So, Tom wants to be on my chest, by the way, up, you know, laying on. It's where he likes to lay the most. But if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. I guarantee somebody, and I can answer your questions in the comment. Or there's tons. I know I have a lot of friends that are subscribed to my channel that can answer any question for you. I feel like our boy will direct you in the right way. So I hope that helped you, and I hope that gave you a little bit of advice, but I will talk to you all later. Bye for now.